What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video. And that's right, folks, your boy Doody is a good dude and always willing to help anyone who asks, even including DSP. That's right, folks, and your boy Doody is here to step up to the challenge that Phil laid down with his new business style segment called the suggestion box. That's right, Phil was on stream the other day and he is now opening up his business to any suggestions that may help the business. That's right. But of course, anything that DSP does, he has to rant and rave about. So he had to create this new segment by going off for 10 minutes on Teesprings, but we're not going to see that. But we will watch a quick little clip of Phil talking about the suggestion box and how he plans to implement it. And then once that's done, your boy Doody will go through and provide his suggestions on how Phil can improve the business. That's right, folks. So let's watch this quick clip.
Suggestions, all right, that I would absolutely love to get from you guys. Are you aware of a merchandise company who would actually deal with me and with reality rather than the fantasy world of cancel culture, which is bullshit, right? I'd love to hear that. Or anything else. Are there other suggestions for improvement? So the thread is live now. If you're live on stream, you can type !suggestion and the link will pop up in the chat. Automatically every 15 minutes, my bot will post that in the chat as an ongoing thread. Or, again, if you're not here watching live, you can just go to the main channel page of the channel, to the community tab, and you'll see the post is there, okay? So here's how this is going to work, all right? Basically, it'll be running a month, this thread. And then what we will do is either at the end of the month or early next month, and we'll do this every month, we'll have a podcast or two where we will actually together go through those suggestions. That way we can see what people actually suggested over the course of the month and maybe address them. Maybe say, oh, that's a good idea. Let's see if we can implement that. Here's why that idea won't work. You know what I mean? It'll give us ample time to go through that stuff.
Okay, Phil. Well, I will give you credit. Good on you for actually being willing to accept criticism. Well, not criticism, but willing to accept it's difficult to say criticism with Phil because of course he doesn't accept any criticism whatsoever. But I mean, okay, your boy Doody is going to give him a couple props here for trying. Let's say that. Okay. So of course your boy Doody is going to go through and in his business style, he created a PowerPoint. That's right. Your boy Doody still uses MS products. So I got my MS PowerPoint out here. I decided to pick orange and yellow for the fall colors, being that it is the fall and Halloween season. So I thought it was very festive. So I'm titling this PowerPoint My Suggestions for DSP Gaming by Doody Streams. That's right, folks. Okay. All right. The subject in hand is DSP Gaming is asking for public feedback and suggestions to improve the business. Rules and limitations. Of course, Phil always has to put rules and limitations on anything he does. That's right, folks. So your boy Phil posted this out on his community tab here, and he says, hello, this is a post for the suggestion box. And of course he offered certain things that you could give him suggestions on, like new features for the channel, gameplay, marathon and projects, suggestions, hardware upgrade, tips for improvements, okay, and more. And then he talked about how he's currently looking for a merch store to do business. And of course he talked about how he's not going to put up with any detractor comments or sneak dissing or his hater base or whatever the hell Phil likes to say. I mean, you don't ask for help, help or suggestions when you put limitations on it. You should just leave it open and let people comment, and then whatever you don't want to address, just don't address. But you should allow people to, speak their minds. But of course, Phil puts a lockdown on everything. That's beside the point. Your boy Doody's still going to offer up his suggestions in a video form, and hopefully Phil will take this to heart and know that your boy Doody isn't trolling. He's just being honest and helpful and trying to provide meaningful suggestions. All right, so the objective: provide Phil with suggestions, feedback to improve the business, and don't be a troll. That second one's really difficult, but your boy Doody will try. suggestions, the content. That's right, folks. I'm going to focus on the content first. So the first thing Phil can do here, and mind you, most of these suggestions I'm offering are free. They don't cost Phil any money because we know Phil doesn't like to spend any money whatsoever. So I'm going to try to do my best to keep my suggestions at a zero cost. So the first thing Phil should do is shorten the podcast as needed. There is no rule that says his podcast should be an hour and a half long. There should be no reason why he's doing 30 minutes of Q&A every single day. It's pointless, Phil. It's stupid. Do your podcast. If it takes 30 minutes, do 30 minutes. If you want to take a break for an hour, go ahead and take a break. If you don't want to start gaming until 3:30, that's fine. But don't drag out the podcast. It's just pointless, and you're wasting people's time. If you need 30 minutes to go over your podcast, your news or whatever, just spend 30 minutes, and then maybe just go on the gameplay. It would especially benefit you since you always complain that you don't have enough time because you're playing all of these different games. Maybe if you took that additional 45 minutes or an hour you were spending on your podcast doing Q&A and spent it on gaming, you would get further in your games, and you won't be backed up. That's a zero cost, Phil. It can cost you anything. Cut back your streaming days. I've talked about this many times. You currently stream 6 days a week. It's just not healthy, Phil. What you should do is cut back your streams to maybe 5 days a week. Cut it back to 5 days a week, and if you want, add an hour a day. If you really want to, I don't think you'll be losing anything, Phil. I personally think that when you limit, so I'll give you an example. TV shows. Let's say The Walking Dead, because you love referencing The Walking Dead and Game of Thrones. These were weekly shows. They were about anywhere between 10 to 16 episodes a season, and they usually took about a year for new episodes to come, right? And people were excited. They got a lot of viewerships. People couldn't wait for the next season, and that was because there was a limited quantity of it, and people wanted more. I think if you cut back your streaming days, that may happen with your dents, where people would come out to your streams more knowing that you're only streaming 4 or 5 days a week versus your 6 days a week. It's my Office analogy. The Office is in syndication, and you can watch The Office on demand. You can watch it on streaming services, Peacock. It's everywhere. So when they give it on TV, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you miss an episode. You can always go and watch it whenever the hell you want. So it doesn't have that urgency to really, for a person to say, oh, you know what, I'm gonna stop doing what I'm doing because I want to go see Phil stream. So, and that doesn't cost you anything, because I think the money you would lose if you wanted to add an hour to your streams every day for 5 days a week, you'd make up the time. But I think people would contribute more on those days that you're there versus your 6 days. That's just my personal opinion. Edit your videos and provide meaningful content. That's $0. You can get editing software for free, Phil. And what I mean by that is you don't have to make any cool edits. You don't have to add anything. You're just uploading an hour of raw data, Phil. Raw content, which is just stupid. It has all your burping and I gotta pee and your scat humor. It's just trash. A lot of it is trash. And people do not have, what do you do, 5 hours of gameplay? No one has 5 hours to give you to watch your content every day, Phil. What I would do is I would get me you can get Windows Movie Maker, which is free. You can get that to edit your videos on your PC, and you don't need a high-powered PC. You could just take it, or at the very worst, you could take your videos and put it on your phone and get an editing software on your phone. It doesn't cost anything. It's very easy to do. And what I would do, Phil, is I would go through that hour stream and cut it down to 15 minutes. Find the 15 minutes of meaningful content and just post that. You don't need to post an hour. And trust me, the money that you would get, first of all, your views will go up. It doesn't matter that your content is trash. Your views would go up. Secondly, you're not going to lose any ad revenue from cutting your videos down from an hour to 15 minutes because no one's spending an hour watching it. You would get more. Your analytics will look so much better if your videos were 15 minutes long, because more people would be willing to give you 10 or 15 minutes per video versus an hour. So you get those ads running, for that on-demand content. So you would make more ad revenue, and your analytics will look better, and you would probably do better in the algorithm, because instead of pumping out an hour of content and only having people watch 5 minutes of it, you're putting 15-minute episodes, and people are watching maybe 10. So your analytics look better, and your content will get pumped out there into the algorithm a lot more, which means more ad revenue, which more views, which means more money. So those are my 3 suggestions, and that covers topic number 1 and number 5 that you provided in your little rules and limitations. So there you go. Professionalism. These are all free, Phil. And I'm not being a troll, I'm just being honest. I'm being honest, and these are meaningful suggestions, Phil, so don't get upset. The first thing, dude, is be on time. I can't stand that your podcast starts at 1:45 and every single day you show up at 2:10 to start your stream. First of all, it just shows that you're being lazy, and 2, you're not respecting your audience's time. People have limited time. And for you to be disrespectful and say, I'm going to start my podcast at 1:45 and not be there till 2:10 is completely unprofessional and disrespectful. Be on time. If you want to start your stream at 2:10, then you should say your stream starts at 2:10, not 1:45, Phil. And that doesn't cost you anything. So you would gain a lot of brownie points if you would actually be a little bit more respectful and professional and be on time for your podcast and your schedule that you set up. Implement a mute button. I'm not being a troll here, Phil. You did it during the Side Scrollers podcast. You didn't burp once. You didn't snort once. You have a mute button. You can do it in OBS. Every time you want to snort, burp, cough, hit mute. Hit mute, Phil. I know you do it 100 times, but just hit mute. Or on the big ones, when you start hacking away, which is very disgusting, mute those at least. Again, it's professional, and you're being respectful to your audience. And it doesn't cost you anything, Phil. Limit the scat humor. Nobody wants to hear scat humor, Phil. I understand that your humor is limited, where you can't say racist, homophobic, edgy content, edgy stuff anymore. So you're limited to scat humor, but it's disgusting, Phil. No one wants to hear someone say eat a turd out of, no one wants to hear you say eat a turd out of your ass. It's disgusting. It's dumb, Phil. And you look like a 13-year-old, honestly. Stop banning people. Or limit how many people you ban. You ban people just for the stupidest things. You ban people if someone says something that you deemed as a sneak diss or whatever. And it's just ridiculous. All you're doing is you're banning potential people that may pay you, that may tip you, that may super chat you. And you're also banning people that could potentially get gifted memberships. If you only have 300 people on your streams, and most of them have gifted memberships, and only like 5 or 10 of them don't, and someone drops a 20 member bomb, you just lost 10 gifted memberships right there because no one can claim them. So I don't understand the point of you banning people, but limit your banning, and it doesn't cost you anything. It may cost you a little bit of aggravation, but you can deal with it, Phil. Stop auditing your viewers. Stop auditing your viewers. Stop doing tip audits. Stop stopping the streams for 10 minutes to see why 1 Minute Man didn't tip you, and go on a quest to find the hidden tip from 1 minute. It's disgusting, Phil. It is. It's not professional. It's disgusting, and it makes it look like all you care about is the money. It does. I'll give you another example. The other day when someone gave you the chargebacks on PayPal, or they got rejected because somebody was trolling you. You thought you hit the hat goal. You thought you had $150, you hit the hat goal, and you had the hat on, you were ready for a vest. When you found out that they were fake tips and you knocked it down below $50, you actually came on stream and said, oh, the hat goal is illegitimate. And you took off your hat. Why? Leave it the hell on. Big deal. Who cares? And again, and then even your chat was saying, leave the hat on. That way it proves it's not all about the money. So if you would have left the hat on, people would have probably, people in your chat would have enjoyed that and said, oh, okay, good. That's very nice of you. He left the hat on even though he didn't hit $100. Doesn't cost you anything, Phil. Doesn't cost you anything. Limit the beg. Just limit the beg. Right now, I am counting. You ask for money or beg or ask for support on average 12 times. 12 times during your first stream, and then your nightly stream, you do it about 4. So you're averaging about 16 times where you're requesting for support, memberships, money, or you're outright begging. There's no reason why you're doing it that much. You should maybe do it once at the beginning of your show, and maybe a little bit before you enter midway. That's it. There should be no reason why you're doing it 16 times a stream. It's ridiculous, Phil. And again, it doesn't cost you anything. I know you are under this belief that if you don't, people will forget or won't bother tipping. No, Phil. The dents know, they understand, they know that you create curated content and that you're crowdfunded. And if they don't tip you, you're gonna eat ham sandwiches. Everyone knows that, Phil. You say it 10 times a day, everyone knows it. So limit the beg, please. So that covers 5 improvement of the streams. If you do that, I mean, straight up, you would gain a lot of brownie points for professionalism, Phil. And again, none of this costs you anything. Membership perks. Monthly giveaway costs between $25 and $100 a month. Phil, I know you talk about it costs $1 million to ship a t-shirt or something across the country or to Europe. Do e-gift cards. I do it all the time when I do monthly giveaways or giveaways on my streams. You essentially get a $10 or $20 gift card, right? It's an e-gift card, and all you need is someone's email. You just send them the gift card via email. It costs you nothing to ship. You don't have to get anybody's personal information. All you need is an email. You can send them the gift card, and it's just a flat rate. What you can do every month is you can get 5. Let's say you do 5 a month. I think would be nice. 5 a month. You do 5 e-gift card, Amazon e-gift cards for, let's say, $10 a piece, right? That goes a long way with, giving back to your community, Phil. People that give you close to $100,000 in tips and super chats every year, that have been supporting your ass for God knows how many years. Just that little bit amount just would show it's a token of appreciation. I know that most people would say, oh, it's only $10, but it's that small token of appreciation that people enjoy and love. And even people that don't get it would say, oh wow, that's very cool. Phil actually gave back to his community. I didn't win a gift card, but at least so and so got it. That's very nice. That's very cool, Phil. Again, it'll cost you anywhere between $25 and $100. I personally think $50 would be fine. You get 5 gift cards, $10 a piece, and you give them out. You randomly give them out. You can make it a game, Phil. And the other thing too is when you tell people you're going to do a giveaway, you get more viewers on your show. You get more viewers because people were like, oh, well, there's going to be a giveaway. I'm going to make sure I'm on that stream. And you can make it a game. You can make it entertainment. You can actually do it where you do trivia, where you can ask a DSP question, a very difficult question. Whoever gets the answer right will win the gift card. It's very easy, doesn't take a lot of effort, and it doesn't take a lot of money. Free memberships. I don't know why you don't gift memberships. Don't know why, Phil. I know you talked about it's illegal or you can't do it. No, Phil. All you need to do is sign into your DSP Reacts channel on your phone while you're streaming, and you gift memberships. That's it. It's $4.99 per gifted member, and it actually just costs you. It'll actually just cost you $1.50. Because yeah, YouTube, you're paying yourself essentially, right? But you're giving a gifted sub. But YouTube, of the $4.99 that you're going to pay out for each membership, YouTube gets $1.50. So it costs you $1.50 per member. So if you say, let's say you give 10 gifted members for a month, right? 10 gifted members. First, your analytics will look better. That's the one thing. 2, your members would appreciate it. That would be like, oh, Phil is giving back. It goes back to the monthly giveaways of gift cards. Phil is giving, and you don't even have to do these 2 free memberships and monthly giveaways. You can alternate them. You can do them once a month. You can do the monthly giveaway 1 month and then do the memberships the next month. 10 memberships, Phil. 10 gifted memberships will cost you $15. That's it, Phil. That's it. You can't spare $15, Phil. You can't. That's a Hogan pool. That's a WWE PayPal Hogan pool. If you just limit that one time a month, Phil, you can have this free membership perk, and your dents would love it. They would. And you get props. People can't use the you never give back to your community. If you do this, no one can ever say that about you, Phil. No one. Okay, this one right here is free. Member only content. I don't understand why you don't do a video per month or do a stream per month for an hour. All you have to do is just take like an hour of your day and do a straight only members content. Maybe do a stream chat with them, or just create content just for them specifically. It doesn't cost you anything. It just may actually it would cost you a little bit of ad revenue, but actually which isn't much anyway. But you can do your members only content, you can pump it out there, and again, it's more bang for the buck for memberships. That's why your DSP React channel is dead and no one wants to buy the membership, because you're doing one show a week and then you're carving it up into 9 episodes. It's not worth it. So again, if you do like members only content, people would enjoy it. And again, this covers 1 in 5 for Phil. Long-term solutions. Get a goddamn PC, Phil. I already talked about this before. For $800, you can get a mid-tiered PC that would do everything you need to do: editing, streaming. You can play 1080p games at 60 FPS, no problem. You can record, and you can get rid of all that nastiness that you have in on your floor and your room, and it'll limit the heat, your electricity bill, and doing it on PC. And you can PC game, which is better. Of course, we know now that you've complained about Street Fighter and how PC has a massive leg up on the competition of Street Fighter. You can be a PC player too, Phil. Cost you $800. It's an investment. It's worth it, and you would make that money back quickly. Cable management, $20. That's all it costs you, Phil. $20. Get a PC, get some cable management. You're good to go. Game on your PC monitor, on your TV. You have 2 gaming monitors or 2 PC monitors. I don't understand why you're using a stupid TV. Those TVs, I don't care how fast or good the TV is, it's always going to cause lag. That's why people play on monitors. So you have them, so you don't have to spend any money on it. So yeah, and you can see, I know you're squinting and you're blind as hell, and your TV is like 10 feet away from you. Maybe you wouldn't be dropping inputs or screwing up on Street Fighter if the monitor was a lot closer to you. So again, this covers 4 and 5 for suggestion. Alrighty, folks. Well, that is the end of the PowerPoint, folks. Your boy Doody is done. I think I hit on everything, and I think if Phil would be open and willing to take these suggestions or even implement some of them, I think he would do himself a great a benefit. But of course, Phil won't bother, because of course, Doody's a detractor, and all he has to say to Doody is get fucked. That's right, folks, get fucked. Doody, get fucked. Alrighty, well, that's all I have. Anyway, never say that I don't help anyone. I even help a scoundrel such as DSP try to help him in the business. But of course, he never really wants any help. What he wants to hear what he wants to hear. And of course, the suggestion box is really just a way of Phil having people suggest stuff like get a PC, stuff like that. Get a new PC, and Phil be like, well, I don't have enough money. If people are willing to donate, it becomes a beg. It's going to become, this is kind of a sneak beg. The suggestion box is just really an ulterior motive for Phil to beg. Again, that's really all it is. But again, if you're being honest with it, Phil, and you really want to take suggestions, I would look at my video, my PowerPoint, and try to implement some of this stuff. A lot of the stuff that I just showed you is free. Doesn't cost you anything. Costs you a little bit of time, a little bit of effort, and yeah, that's it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Peace out.